This is the story of Illegal Cargo, a hidden quest in Oblivion featuring pirates, booty, and outright stupidity taking place in the seaside city of Anvil. Illegal Cargo is one of 11 hidden quests in Oblivion with no journal entry or even initial direction. To begin the quest, when visiting Anvil's finest drinking establishment, the Count's Arms Inn, we hear rumours circulating of thieves plaguing the town, causing the Fighters Guild and townsfolk no end of trouble.
A den of thieves near Anvil. Like that's news. There must be a dozen of them.
These thieves, it seems, have become somewhat prolific as we see a flyer lying on the Count's Arms counter that reads, "Having trouble keeping the peace at home? Come to Morvaine's Peacemakers. One look at our maces, and your neighbours will ask before taking your sheep." A mace for sheep thieves?
Yes.
Now I've heard everything. Sauntering down to Morvaine's Peacemakers, west of the main gate, the Dark Elf smithy, Varel Morvaine, introduces.
Varel Morvaine. Been making weapons and arms here in Anvil for 30 years. People say I do good work, and I don't aim to argue with them.
We can then pick up the unique item as promised, called the Truncheon of Submission, boasting damage fatigue 50 points and a questionable restore health 20 points.
Another satisfied customer.
Now protected against any neighbour looking to steal our sheep, we return to the comfort of the inn to take a seat in the Eastern Reading Room to peruse a copy of the Guide to Anvil and find something more palatable about the city, only to be shocked by the rather pointed rumours as Imperial author Alessia Otis writes. The docks are rotten and in ill repair, and all manner of smells issue forth from the holds of ships and ramshackled warehouses. Shiftless persons gather here to bask in the sun, gossip, chatter, and plot how to beg or steal gold for wine and ale. Shocked at these accusations, as we'd first travelled to Anvil, hearing lovely rumours about the docks throughout Cyrodiil.
My favorite town, Anvil. Lovely old stone buildings, and the harbor at sunset is beautiful.
Making our way down to the harbour to see the truth of things for ourselves, we bump into none other than the dockmaster, Newheim the Portly, who greets.
I'm Newheim, Anvil Harbor Master. I'm responsible for all harbor traffic, docks, duties, and fees in Anvil Harbor.
Greetings, Newheim. Can you tell me what kind of traffic makes its way down here? I'd actually read a rather, distasteful article by Alessia Otis about a formidable smell and some ne'er-do-wells.
Traffic through Anvil Harbor comes mostly in exotic, high-profit goods, easy to transport by road or Mages Guild couriers to eastern markets. Goodbye.
Well, that all sounds above board. However, making our way down the docks, we begin to catch the rumoured whiff of a pungent odour emanating from the hold of the ship, the Sea Tub Clarabella, a ship which no one in Anvil mentions in-game or any conversation. Pausing for a moment, we swear we can hear a faint sound coming from the hold. As we do so, a wood elf waltzes past us and aboard the ship. The Bosmer's name is Anguilon. We warily approach, and he warns.
I don't know you. You don't know me. Everybody's happy.
Sorry, I thought I heard something coming from the hold. Well, I definitely smelled something out here.
It's a big town. Hell, it's a big county. You stick to your part, I stick to mine, all right? Stop talking. Enough.
Anguilon, clearly a pirate, pacing the deck, has us realise that perhaps the harbour master, Newheim's, blind eye may be for sale when it comes to illicit harbour goods. And perhaps there's something to Alessia Otis's scathing review of the docks. Deciding that we want to investigate more and break into the hard lock into the upper deck of the Sea Tub Clarabella. Entering via the captain's quarters, we open the door and are immediately assaulted by the ship's captain, Bazone Patniam.
You there! Stop where you are! Show me what you've got!
Felling the enraged Imperial thanks to our mace, we then check over his body, not before looking at him for a moment and realizing that we, in appearance, look very much the same. Interestingly, the captain has on his person a rugged pants and a shirt with suspenders, two rare clothing items in the game that boast 0 weight, equipping the captain's effects in hopes we can create a disguise before happening upon the rest of the crew. We reach in the captain's breast pocket and find a poorly written note from one First Mate Filch that reads, "Captain, I'm telling you, sir, we needs to be more careful. If Leowin City Watch comes snooping around again, we might have to pull anchor and get out of this good-for-nothing city. I ain't spending the rest of my days locked up in no jail for illegally transporting cattle. No, sir, I will not. All due respect, Captain, but the mates and me signed on for real pirate stuff. Murdering, looting, and ravaging. We ain't no damn sheepherds." Signed, First Mate Filch, and in brackets, pirate! So these pirates are responsible for cattle rustling. So much for the harbour master's claim that they're goods for the Mages Guild. Dressed in the captain's effects, we then head to the mid-deck and find a lone pirate Argonian standing watch. During our truncheon, we bludgeon the poor Argonian back into their bunk. Looking about the cabin, all we see is clutter, but hear a familiar sound emanating from the door in the northeast. Checking it, we find indeed there is cattle in the mid-deck. Sheep, just as we've been warned about by the several pamphlets around town. Looking to put an end to the sheep thieves, we then head to the southwest in the crew's quarters and find a lone orc who springs on us. Backing up, thinking he would not dare fight in close quarters near his bounty, he surprises us by pressing his attack.
Die, Imperial, die! Am I supposed to be impressed? This is the part.
As his saber falls comically off a sheep to the floor, it should be noted, there's a reason not even the sheep are safe. The pirates are actually known to dispose of the evidence, being the sheep that they're carrying illegally, and due to their high aggression, will sometimes attack them and you on sight.
You're pathetic.
Shaking our head in disbelief, and with the sheep still alive thankfully, we then enter the trapdoor to Clarabella's lower deck and find somebody's waiting for us.
To arms! To arms!
Where did you go? Come out where I can see you.
Take that!
Damn rat.
I show mercy!
With the Bosma pirate felled, the barefoot and bald Breton First Mate Filch then takes a run at us.
Show mercy.
Surprisingly, he gives up the fight and decides to flee. Flitting about the cabin, and we say, "Filch, there's nowhere to run. Just give up. I know all about the sheep theft, unless buggery's involved, is not worth giving your life up." However, Filch, with flight of foot, makes his way to the top deck. And as the rain pours, he bolts down the anvil docks, and we can nary keep up. It's in the distance that we see a guard and a helpful bystander have taken off after the filthy Filch as he makes his way to the lighthouse. As we somewhat slowly lag in following behind, we see that Filch has made his way around to the lighthouse's northwestern side and realise he must have entered the cellar. The cellar being where the Dark Brotherhood betrayer Matthew Bellamont hid his bodies, and no doubt after coming across such a macabre scene, he bolts right back out and is fleeing faster than ever. However, spooked, he draws his sword and we're forced to put down the Breton.
Die, do your Imperial, die!
That's a real shame.
The guard, not bothering to even take his body, probably due to not wanting to write a report, leaves his corpse, and we look over the questionably intelligent Breton a final time, turning to a helpful citizen in Bosma, smiling at us like an idiot in the rain, and he questions.
Okay, guess who I am? Cainlawn or Mainlawn?
Is this really the best time to ask? We're standing over a dead pirate which you helped to apprehend. And I'm assuming you didn't even know he was a pirate when you jumped it. You know what? Never mind. Mainlawn, I guess.
Wrong. I'm the one in blue. Mainlawn is the one in brown. Take care.
Heading back to the sea tub Clarabella a final time, we find now with the captain's key, we can search his quarters unimpeded. And see on a desk to the north, his hard jewelry box that holds a single gold amulet. However, in the eastern corner of his room next to his bed, we can open his private container with a key, finding pieces of jewelry, potion of seaside and a potion of the sea, the book The Lusty Argonian Maid, and 100 gold. A small boon for wiping out the sheep thieves and completing the hidden quest, Illegal Cargo. Well, that's it for the video, but what did you think of the dumbest pirates in Oblivion? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, traveller.
Greetings to you.